Are you frustrated with your tech job these days, but after work, you really do nothing to change it? Then the morning comes and here you go again, complaining about it. Well, that can actually be a sign that you may not be ready yet to change. When I moved from working in software consulting into being a career coach for people in tech, I saw this all the time. People would book a consultation with me and get on Zoom and think that they were ready to make some big change in their career or they were really frustrated. But I started to use a technique called motivational interviewing, and I would try to figure out, were they really ready for change? And sometimes they were, and sometimes they weren't. In this episode, I'd like to help you figure out, are you really ready to make a change in your tech career? Or is it maybe bothering you a little bit, but now's probably not the right time to do it? So here's 5 stages of readiness for a career change. They'll help you figure out, how ready are you? How far along this journey have you come? The first one of these is contemplation. You're kind of thinking about a career change. Maybe you're on LinkedIn. You're seeing other people with different careers than you, a promotion you don't have. They're using a programming language you wish that you were able to use. Maybe they're working for a company that's prestigious or that you wished you worked for, but it hasn't really bothered you enough yet to take any actual concrete steps. Really, at this point, it's mostly fear of missing out or FOMO, and you're kind of weighing the pros and cons maybe a little subconsciously in the back of your mind, but nothing's changed. You haven't really done anything about it yet. The second stage is mild irritation. Now you're starting to notice more frequently than not that you're kind of getting frustrated. You're finding yourself unsatisfied with your job. You're starting to daydream about maybe a different position, a promotion, different skills, maybe quitting your job. And the tasks you have to do day to day and the environment that you have to work in is starting to feel more than just a little bit frustrating. You're starting to see a recurring pattern of feeling irritated. The third stage of knowing whether it's time to make a career change and you're really ready is active exploration. When you're at this stage, you're starting to actually go out online and maybe research alternate career paths, or maybe if you want a promotion, you're starting to talk to your manager or look at what it might take to do that. You might be taking some online courses. You might be attending some meetups to explore what you're interested in. And you're probably starting to reach out now to contacts in your network or maybe at the company to see, how likely could I get this promotion? Or is this company really ready to hire me? Or is this other job I'm considering getting into really better or not? And hey, if you're thinking about making a career change and you're not sure if it's time for you or not, obviously I offer career coaching. There's a link in the description if you'd like to book a consultation with me. But I also have a YouTube membership and a Patreon, and there's a lot of great people in there that are trying to have thriving, healthy careers too. So if that's you, consider joining us. The fourth stage of career change readiness is serious consideration. You're really thinking about this seriously now. You're starting to look for and maybe take some assessments to help you figure out, how ready am I to really make this change? Now, again, this episode's about readiness, but I mean just skills readiness in this case. You're also evaluating the impact of the change on your life, your goals. Maybe if you have family or friends, you're trying to figure out, what is going to change in their relationship with me if I make this change in my career? Is it going to be better? Is it going to be worse? Are they going to even go for it? And you're really starting to explore, should I get coaching? Should I maybe get some training? Do I need to have a tough talk with my boss? You're trying to figure out, how do I actually take action, create a roadmap, take that first step, do something to make a change? And the fifth stage of readiness for a change in your career is urgency and desperation. If you get to this stage and you still haven't made a change yet, that's probably a pretty clear sign that you need to make a change. Usually what'll happen here is you'll start to have trouble sleeping, maybe. You might start developing some addictions like I've talked about in other episodes of the show that I struggled with when I didn't make changes in my career that I really needed to. You start complaining to your family or your friends about how bad the job sucks, how bad the market sucks, how much you wish some situation was different. And you start feeling this sense of sort of impending doom that I don't know how much longer I can go on like this. If that's how you're feeling, you are definitely ready for a change. You know, when I have people get on career coaching calls with me, and these are the patterns of thoughts that they're having and behaviors they're starting to run into, I know it's really unhealthy for them if they don't do something, because otherwise something probably worse is going to happen in their life and career, and they won't even have the option to make the change anymore. So how ready are you to make a change in your career? Is it really time to do it? Or is it just something you're curious about? What's holding you back if you are at that point where you're maybe on the 4th or 5th stage that I talked about to making a change? And what's holding you back? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, thanks.